Many people, perhaps even including you, generally sleep on their side, often with one knee drawn up or both in the typical fetal position. In that position, the hip and its flexor muscles usually tend to shorten, which is similar to sitting. And by now, everyone knows that sitting causes back pain. With your knees in a bent position, the calf muscle shortens, which can result in cramped calves as a consequence. And the neck, which is often overextended while sitting, causing everything to shorten at the back, results in what's commonly known as this stiff neck. Most people adopt the same side-lying position, keeping exactly the same posture as while they sit during the day. And you might be aware from your own personal experience what kind of problems that can cause. Jaw pain, headaches, and so on can arise. Honestly speaking, that's merely the beginning. More acute problems can come along. A lot of people enjoy sleeping on a soft mattress. What essentially happens with a soft mattress? We humans are upright during the day. That means we have a head, a cervical spine, a thoracic and a lumbar spine, and we have the pelvis, the legs attached below. And we have a physiologically curved spine. Throughout the day, the force of gravity acts upon us. And when combined with all the muscular contractions that occur in our everyday life, there is a hyperlordosis, a hyperkyphosis, and again, a hyperlordosis here in the cervical spine. And those are the curves that are practically civilization-related affections, influencing not only the intervertebral discs, but also the internal organs. We turn the person 90 degrees, then the head is pressed, the neck sags here, the thoracic spine is pressed, and here the lumbar spine sags. That means the night can actually be used to help balance out our excessive curvatures, which are responsible for causing all the problems. And now once again on the topic of pillows or neck rolls. When a person lies on the pillow, it's automatically influenced by how high the pillow is and how firm the pillow is. That, of course, the pressure naturally brings the head forward. And that means I end up being bent forward, and at the same time, the back sinks in where there is no pillow. This means my poor posture, my rounded back, is constantly supported throughout the entire night. When a neck roll is placed underneath, it lies approximately here, to mimic the natural hyperextension of the head. That's like adding fuel to the fire, because then what's already overstretched will remain overstretched throughout the whole night. By the way, we've made videos on the topic of pillows and neck rolls, which you can click on here and watch after this video. I have a really big favor to ask of you. Please share this video with as many people as possible, since this valuable knowledge really needs to be known. We offer close to 1,000 free accessible videos. You can support us greatly by widely sharing them with your friends. Sincere thanks for that. And now we make our way to the very important question. In what ways can you avoid all these common mistakes? Whenever possible, try to avoid sleeping on your side. However, please don't interpret this as a strict or absolute rule. The point is for you to gradually develop an awareness of sleeping on your back. I'll talk more about that shortly. It's entirely possible that the body might repeatedly turn to lie on its side. It's been accustomed to this for many years, perhaps. Therefore, don't stress over it. Instead, just establish it as a habit. When you wake up, become a bit more alert and check if you are lying on your back or side. How am I lying now? Then turn back onto your back. But don't blame yourself if you keep waking up on your side. That's completely normal. You might say, yeah, but I can't sleep on my back at all. I need to lie on my side. Sure, for many years, maybe decades, you've trained your body that way, and it's used to it. Of course, it will feel uncomfortable at first if you snuggle up differently. Consider incorporating a structured nighttime routine into your life that demands no effort or time from you, yet still works to enhance the quality of your sleep. What can you do? You can enhance this effect I've already shown you by, as you're falling asleep, placing both hands on top of your head like this. And gently aid the head to turn just a bit by moving the chin somewhat closer to the throat, which creates a comfortable and relaxed angle. This assists in correcting the hyperlordosis in the cervical spine, thereby ensuring an improved overall posture and greater stability. You can try to see how deeply you can engage by consciously activating, pulling the navel downwards to see how well that works, and if you feel any pulling when you do it. Or if you happen to notice that you are only comfortable with your legs slightly bent, and keeping them straight creates an uncomfortable feeling in your back, then do the following and lay your legs out as straight as possible. When you notice it starts to pull slightly, like around 7 or 8 on our comfort scale, not to the point of keeping you from sleeping, but where there's just a pleasant, light pull, then you can place a rolled towel underneath your legs or use another suitable item for support. Sleep like this for a few nights, then gradually reduce the roll you placed underneath. Use a smaller towel, the leg becomes straight, eventually the leg is down, and the lumbar spine is down. Now you achieve an even greater positive effect. And additionally, you can also do something beneficial for your calves. Your feet shouldn't be positioned too flatly on the ground. Just imagine there's a blanket covering this area right here. And if it's not a particularly light blanket, then you are essentially in tiptoes, as one might say. You know, the calf shortens. However, if you try a trick now, meaning you practically tuck your blanket beneath the heels, and then pull it up towards this area, ensuring it wraps all around here and provides a certain level of resistance throughout. And you can generate enough traction so it remains stable and allows you to practically position your feet high enough to hold them from the ceiling in this position. It might vanish several times during the night, but you can certainly make it a routine, essentially a reflex. Whenever you notice, oh, my feet are pointed, you pull up to the ceiling, shift your position, and then they're straightened again, and you've also balanced out the shortening. And if you really want to train yourself to fully experience relaxation, stretching, and comfort at night, then occasionally switch to lying on your stomach. Lying on your stomach aligns the body like lying on your back, but it offers extra benefits, you know. Let's start with the head. You turn your head and lay it down, which means you have this stretch by turning to the side or by facing the other direction. After that, you can help your shoulder to relax a bit more. By fully extending your right arm forward, for instance. You can start at this angle here and then gradually work your way up. By the time you reach this point, you continuously experience a shoulder stretch that is amazingly beneficial for the shoulders. The other arm is in a correspondingly different stretch because by having the arm bent and resting, other muscle groups are being stretched. You can switch it from one side to the other side. And look, sorry how it looks a bit odd here, but you can also turn one foot or both feet inward because the body, you'll notice, tends to let the feet fall outward. Why? Because for the majority of people, the gluteal muscles are overly shortened and excessively tense. So if you lie down now and rotate one leg or both legs inward and position your feet inward, then you have a wonderful stretch for the hips, from which the knees also benefit. And please remember, the most important tip when implementing this is to give your body 2 to 4 weeks to get used to it. I'm Liebscher Bracht, your pain management expert.